This is Dwight Howard. He was drafted to the Orlando Magic back in 2004, won a few Defensive Player of the Year awards, a slam dunk contest, and even took his team to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately for Dwight, in 2011-2012 NBA season, that's where it all ended, with the firing of head coach Stan Van Gundy and a trip to LA for 1 year. Laker fans don't really want to remember that, so we'll move on. In the 2013-2014 NBA season, Dwight Howard was officially a Houston Rocket, and due to various injuries, he was obviously on the decline without his athleticism anymore. This 2016 offseason for Dwight Howard is a very important decision for him. He has a player option and could easily stay with the Houston Rockets one more year and watch them explode even more than they are right now, or he could go back to the rumored Orlando Magic team that is full of cap space and may just be eager for him to return. The fan base, however, who knows if they'd want that. So the question's up in the air. What team will Dwight Howard go to once he's out of his contract? In this video, I'll be discussing some of his likely and unlikely destinations. Mind you, all of these destinations are only rumors and not official. The only person that knows what Dwight Howard is going to do is Dwight Howard, and he seems to even be a little confused on what he's going to do. So let's start off with the Orlando Magic. If Dwight Howard went back to Orlando, he'd be the center of attention once again. Vucevic, he'd be the backup center of attention coming off the bench, or possibly even starting at that power forward position while Aaron Gordon plays small forward. Guys like Victor Oladipo and Evan Fournier could switch in and out between that shooting guard position along with Elfrid Payton handling the ball. This looks like a very solid team. Not to mention they have two key expiring contracts in Brandon Jennings and Ersan Ilyasova, which they can choose to re-sign, or they could sign a guy who's an upgrade from Ersan Ilyasova in Ryan Anderson, and who is a familiar face with Dwight as well. And to top it all off, the Orlando Magic are projected to have the 11th pick in this year's NBA draft, which they could easily get if he falls Skal Labissière, a young talented power forward / center to back up Dwight or play alongside him in the future. If for some odd reason this all doesn't appeal to Dwight, a young talented team, well, we could go to Atlanta. They are in the East. It is his hometown. Al Horford's a free agent. They could trade Tiago Splitter, sign Dwight Howard. A Dwight Howard-Paul Millsap combination? That'd be pretty interesting. The core of the Hawks would remain intact unless they try to go after a free agent such as Luol Deng. Then they'd have to give up Thabo, Kent Bazemore, or even Dennis Schroeder. Could this new-look Atlanta Hawks team now make it to the NBA Finals if they add a Luol Deng and Dwight Howard? It's a what if. The next destination is another Eastern Conference team in the Miami Heat. Hassan Whiteside's a free agent. If they luck out and not re-signing Hassan Whiteside, there's always the consolation prize. Woo, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Goran Dragic, and maybe even Justice Winslow. That's a pretty solid starting five. This team would definitely be a threat in the East, that's for sure. Or he could go the unconventional route and team up with his buddy Melo. Obviously, the Knicks would have to trade Robin Lopez away, who's doing a superb job as a starting center with alongside Porzingis. Not really sure why he would want to go to the New York Knicks, but there has been rumors about it, and it must just be crazy Knicks fans. Highly unlikely, but it could happen. You never know. Or obviously, he could take up that player option and re-sign with the Houston Rockets. He can stay with James Harden, who's making NBA history with the amount of turnovers he's been having, and an aging, depleting role player roster. Mind you, if Dwight does leave, there's always that possibility of the Jalen Rose conspiracy theory. Kevin Durant going to the Houston Rockets, teaming up with James Harden. That's like at least 2% possible, maybe even 1%, and that's if you're a Rockets fan. Who knows? You usually got to believe what Jalen Rose has to say. But what do you guys think? You think Dwight Howard's going to stay with the Houston Rockets? Re-sign with the Orlando Magic? Go to Atlanta? Go to Miami? Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. Click the like button if you enjoyed the video. More importantly, let me know how I can improve on this style of video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.